Keeping an easy and healthy kitchen is something that we all look forward for. So here are some useful tips and tricks that I follow at home regularly. When I make chapatis at home, I add in salt, ghee, which is clarified butter, and ajwain, carom seeds, into my chapati ka atta. And then I knead the dough. Ghee has lots of health benefits. It not only boosts your energy, but it is rich in omega-3 and is good for your skin and hair, making your chapatis taste all good, along with getting all the essential vitamins into your diet. So, skip the oil and add ghee. Ajwain seeds are great for digesting all that you've eaten for the day. It is a bit strong in flavor for kids to take in on its own. Adding ajwain in your chapati ka atta makes it all easy and tasty, even for kids to eat it on daily basis. You can see a huge difference in the texture while rolling the chapatis, to its appearance as well when compared to normal chapatis. They do turn out to be super soft and taste incredibly good while eating. Just a small tweak by adding ghee and ajwain makes it all healthy, loaded with goodness. Now, continuing to use the same food processor to chop my onions. I add in the slicing disc to slice up all the onions. I have used 3 big onions for today. In a pan, I add in a tablespoon of sunflower oil and a teaspoon of coconut oil to make the tadka, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a tablespoon of chana dal, a tablespoon of urad dal, curry leaves, sliced up onions and allowing them to be softened. This tadka, what I'm making today, is the base for most of the vegetables that we can pre-prep. Now that I can see the onions have slightly changed their color, time that I add in a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of green chili paste, salt to taste. Tadka, the tempering, is now ready. Now that it's cooled down, I take a baking tray, layer a baking sheet. Using a cookie cutter, I scoop in the tempering. You can either use this straight away to make different varieties of South Indian flavored palyas. But if you want, you can also save it up in cubes, freezing it, and keep it ready to combine with either carrots, beans, peas, beetroot, tomatoes, potatoes, raw banana, cluster beans, or any vegetable of your choice. I just continue doing the same for saving it up for longer time and using this tempering cubes as and when needed. I set them to freeze. The following day, they are all set, that I can transfer them into a freezer bag for easy storage and use them when needed. They come in very handy at times when you're extremely busy at work, to the days when you have unexpected guests at home and looking to have a variety of food done in no time, yet keeping it all easy. Use the ready-to-eat tamarind pickle. You can use any brand. They all will taste equally good. To this, I add in finely chopped cucumber, finely chopped coriander, finely chopped onions, finely chopped green chilies, finely chopped garlic. There is no specific measurement as this is entirely left to an individual's taste, adding in the vegetables. I add in water little at a time and combine all of it together until it has an easy consistency. I felt the need of adding in more veggies. And now that I'm done, I combine all of it together. I transfer it into a jar, and now to add in flavor, in a pan I add in oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves and hing. Add in this tempering to your tamarind chutney and enjoy with literally anything that you wish to. It tastes absolutely fantastic. Remember these rasam cubes that I had made in one of my previous videos? I'm going to link it up at the top just in case if you have missed watching it. They can be used in multiple ways, not just for rasam. In a pan, I add in coconut oil and this rasam cube with very little water to create moisture. Now that you can see the cube melted and turning bubbly, I turn off the flame. I add this to my leftover millets of last night for my quick lunch. you can add this to rice as well. I combine it thoroughly and then I sprinkle in finely chopped onions and coriander. This is something that I love to eat every now and then. It's super tasty and so easy to make, and finish off all the leftovers in different form, making it all interesting. Rich gourd has a very thick skin that we normally discard, leaving the skin and just using the pulp. Well, let me tell you, the chutney from the outer layer is so easy to use, creating an amazing tasty chutney. I chop the pulp and keep it ready for the next use in a freezer bag in the freezer for later use. Now let's make the chutney. In a pan, adding in oil and roasting the red chili. I keep it aside, and now to this I add in the skin, the peel of the rich gourd, allowing it to soften. You can see there is a change in color with it turning slightly brown. I turn off the flame and allow it to cool down and transfer it into the mixie jar along with the red chili, salt, grated coconut, coriander leaves, and that's it. Just grind it into a thick powder. So simple, with just very few ingredients needed, yet it tastes super delicious. And the best part, what I enjoy and look forward, is for some leftover sabzi for a quick and tasty lunch for today. I spread a layer of butter onto my slices of bread, layer up thickly the leftover sabzi. It can be anything. Today I have bhindi, making it more interesting with few cucumber slices and tomato slices and a cheese slice too. I'm using coconut oil on the tawa to toast my sabzi sandwich, turning crispy and then flipping it over to melt down the cheese. Trust me, this is one of the best and easiest way to finish off your sabzi, making it all interesting and keeping the lunchtime very quick and very easy and very tasty too. The best home remedies come from the kitchen. A teaspoon of jaggery and hot water. Stir it to melt it and sip it hot to get rid of cough and tickly throat. When you are using a tomato in the kitchen, those few drops is plenty to apply onto your lips to turn them rosy and pink. I'm flipping and using the same baking sheet. I'm chopping some root vegetables for today, but the skin is high in vitamins that I don't like to discard, but transfer them onto a baking tray with very little olive oil. Into the oven it goes. How easy is this to eat them crispy? I sprinkled in very little sea salt. In a steamer, I section 3 different vegetables: carrots, beans and beetroot, which are finely chopped, saving up a lot of cooking time and creating varieties with no extra efforts putting in. In a pressure cooker with very little water at the bottom, I set to steam all these vegetables together at once for 10 minutes time. Parallelly, in a pan, I add in coconut oil and the required number of cubes. Add in very little of water to create moisture and very quick way of defrosting the cubes. Now I have plans to make 3 different varieties of palya for today. So I have used 3 cubes. Once the cubes are melted down, reaching to a bubbling point, you turn off the flame. So this is how you can use it. The vegetables are steamed for a healthier options. I have 3 different bowls. Equally, I share in the tempering into the bowls. Even though it's the same tempering, but every vegetable, every palya tastes totally different from one another, with the vegetable having its very own distinguished flavor. Finally, I'm adding in fresh coconut and chopped coriander leaves. This is a perfect way to finish those very little vegetables at home, giving a choice to the family, especially children, and yet not putting in a lot of effort in creating them. A big spread for dinner tonight and big smiles at the dining table too, with lots of choice to choose from. And most of these dishes that I have made would not have been used, didn't even need a lot of time in making any of them. But it's just those tweaks and twists that I have put in creating them And the best of all, nothing has gone waste in my kitchen. From using the skin to giving a healthy diet to my whole family. I really hope you enjoyed and found this video useful to incorporate these tips into your daily cooking. I really hope you liked this video, and make sure to share this video with your family and friends and leave a comment on how you found this video. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't still. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye for now.